many events in our city. There are a number of challenges our city is facing, but what inspires me each and every day is that in this city, young people are coming together to tackle those challenges in a very unique, holistic way. I'll share a story with you from a couple of years ago. I attended an event organized by students from Rwandan background from University of Alberta. And they were gathered to commemorate and pay respect and tribute to the victims of genocide in Rwanda. And they were sharing their stories of pain, suffering of their parents, grandparents, family members missing, being murdered. But they were also relating their stories and their struggles to many other communities that have gone through the similar type of genocide, or communities that are currently going through the similar type of marginalization and persecution. And they were sharing their stories in a way with a collective desire to build a better city. A city where we all feel that we belong, and Edmonton for all of us. Whether you are part of First Nations, Métis, or Inuit communities, whether you're part of those settlers that came on to settle this land, whether you are part of wave of immigrants like me and many others, or your parents and grandparents, whether doesn't matter what your ethnicity is, doesn't matter what your religion is, what your color is, what your sexual orientation is. In this city, we all belong. Edmonton is a place for everyone. And your city council is committed to creating a city where we are respected, where we feel safe, where we feel we belong, where we're seen, and where we're heard. And what you're doing today is part of that. Making your voices known and sharing your stories with others. And through that shared journey, shared stories, coming together to build a city for all of us. So that's why I wanted to be here, to show my appreciation, my gratitude to all of you, the work you're doing. I know that our city, our country is going through some of the most anxious times at this time because of what is going on in the US and the threat of Trump against our economy, our jobs, our way of life, or the threat to annex Canada and make it part of the United States, or walking away from what we have been fighting for centuries and centuries, about equity, about fairness, about justice. So the best way we can stand up against that type of aggression is show our commitment to our shared values. Canada has always been a country, despite our struggles, despite what had happened to many people, and we've been absolutely reflecting on those and trying to make changes. We always stood for diversity. We always stood for inclusion. We always stood together to lift each other up. So let's continue to commit to that. Let's continue to show up for each other. Let's continue to be there for each other. And that's exactly what you're doing today, being there for each other and supporting each other. So thank you so much for having me here today. I'm so honored that I get to be with you for a little amount of time. I need to get to another event, but I wanted to be here to really show my support for the work you're doing. So all the best for the rest of the gala. Continue to engage with City Hall. In closing, I want to share there's many ways that you can interact with your city council and your city administration but I want to highlight two ways that you can interact with us. One of them, we have a body called Edmonton Youth Council. Edmonton Youth Council is selected from young Edmontonians, and the Youth Council engages City Council, my office, and our councillors' offices, and your voices, those youth voices that they bring to the table, help us inform our policy, help us inform programs, and how we need to create space to be inclusive of youth voices and meet their needs as a corporation. That's one way you can get involved. Another one is the Youth Fellowship Program. This is a very exciting opportunity for young people to actually work in mayor's office, in councillors' offices, and our senior leadership's offices. It's a 10-week long program where you gain experience, and by gaining that experience, you're able to, gain skills that will help you apply for jobs within City of Edmonton or other public institutions. So this year's program is full, but next year's program will open around May, right, Daria? October, right? And we hire young people through that program, and program is funded till 2030. So there are many opportunities I would really encourage you to apply to that program, to work and see what we do. And I have worked with almost 4 young people through that program in my office, and I have learned so much from them. And they have learned so much from me and my office and my staff. So I encourage you to look it up and apply, and hopefully you'll be selected and you get to work at City Hall and be part of that cool experience. So with that, thank you so much for having me. Wish you all the best.